Hey, what's up, everybody? Joe Simpson. I've got some cool things to show you tonight. Wanted to see if you wanted to hang out. All right, so I'm going to do a little rundown on some plastics, and in particular, some plastics that are a little bit unusual in shape and size, and something kind of special. Pat hooked me up. I don't know if Pat's going to be happy about me sharing this one with you tonight, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's what I do, man. I share all my knowledge. Not that I have any, but I do the best I can. Anyway, I have some plastic worms, a couple of jigs, and some Big O's, and then some special lures from Depths. And you've probably heard of these and seen these before already, but these lures from Depths, I would say these baits are to plastics as the Whopper Plopper kind of was to topwater, I think. Anyway, we're going to take a look at them, check it out. You guys can tell me what you think, and let's get started. So I just got a new jig rod. It's the new HFX casting rod from Halo. It's a 7.3 heavy. It's a really nice rod. It's kind of echoes the same type of design as the XD3 Pro, but it's better. And it's one of their premier rods right now that's coming out on the market. You might want to check it out. I have yet to pin a fish on it yet. That's how it goes. And I'll keep trying, of course. But I did pick up a couple of jigs from Freedom Tackle, which is under the American Bait Works umbrella, and I would highly recommend you checking these out. This is a flipping jig, and this is a 3/4 ounce, and it's in the black blue. Good looking bait. It's got some rattles in there. Like I say, this is a good looking bait. I'm not going to pull this out because I think, you know, once you've seen one jig, you've kind of seen them all. But I'll get this on the water with my new flipping stick and see what I can do. And this one is also from Freedom Tackle. This one has a little bit of pumpkin orange and some, you know, green pumpkin. Did I just say pumpkin orange and green pumpkin? Well, let's just say it has orange and green pumpkin. Really good looking bait. I can't wait to use these. These are 3/4. It's going to help me punch down through some heavier stuff. I mean, honestly, in my ponds and where I fish, I don't need anything super heavy. If I need something heavier, I can always pick it up, but I'll work with that for now, see if I can get any jig fish. I'm not a huge jig fisherman. It's kind of hard to do that well from the bank, and I don't do enough boat fishing in the ponds and get into the situations where jig fishing is really lucrative, but I'm going to try. I want to get a couple of these big ones, so we'll see how it goes. This is made by a company called NetBait, and this is the T-Mac, and these worms have been talked about by Tactical Bassin. And this is the green pumpkin. I think if you were to buy any worm color on the market and you're unsure which one to get, just get green pumpkin, or like just get green pumpkin, really, honestly. This is the T-Mac worm, and this is a really nice looking bait. This is going to be a great worm for shaky heading, for Texas rigging, you name it. It's got a kind of a fat bulbous tail and a really limber body. You can see there's a lot of action to this worm. These are called the T-Macs, and it's got a little bit of a flat spot on the bottom. But these are awesome. These are like 8-inch, 7-8 inch, something like that. Give the T-Mac worm a look because it is pretty kicking. So this next one is a bait that is kind of near and dear to my heart. This used to be called the Big O. Now it's called Game Changer, and it's the Eeliminator. Oh, God, they stink. I originally got these in a mystery tackle box, and I never used them, and then one day I took them out and used them. These things rock. This is called the Eeliminator, and you can see this tail. This is a green pumpkin, and it's got a kind of a flat top, and it's got like a little bit of a ridge down the bottom. I use a swim bait hook. I corkscrew into the mouth and do a weighted swim bait hook, and this thing falls perfectly in the water, and this tail just kind of slaps. This lure will fall in the water like this, and that tail will sit there and wiggle as it goes down. And I get pinned on this thing a lot just going down in the water. Let me give you another detailed look. You can see the eyes, the detail on the body, the little ridge on the bottom there, and that delicious tail. You get 8 in the small pack, and you get 6 in the big pack. And this is, I think, just green pumpkin straight up. This is more of a shad color, and it's a 4-inch. The other ones are a 3-inch. So the 4-inch is a lot heftier. Actually, it measures 4.5 inches. The other ones are 3.5 inches. So you have a 3.5 and a 4.5, and quite a bit of size difference. You just kind of have to experiment with what hook size works best for you. But they're pre-scented. They get bit. They really do. It's something different than your normal plastics. You can swim bait these. And something I like about the Eeliminators is you put that weighted swim bait hook on there, you can throw it out, let it hit the bottom, and it has a fall rate and everything's great and it looks good going down. You can jerk it off the bottom, let it fall, or you can just reel it across the bottom and the tail will do all the work for you. Or something that I found that's really cool is you can throw this thing out there, and if you have a pretty high speed reel, like a 7 or 8 to 1, and you just kind of crank it along steady, you can keep it kind of boats up on top of the water. You can keep it moving across the top of the water, kind of like a whopper plopper or a buzz bait or some type of like toad, and it can really serve many purposes. So it can be a good finder bait. You know, you could try it like up in the weeds, you could try it across the top water, you could hit the bottom dragging it, or you could just swim it mid column. So it's a good one to try out. I would definitely hook on the Eeliminator and check it out. This next one, drum roll please. This one's really cool, really hard to come by. And Pat is the coolest for doing this because he's had his eyes on these baits for a long time. On eBay, these things normally sell for $9.95 a pack. On eBay, they're up to like 50, 60 bucks per pack. It's insane. I don't know why this lure is so popular. Wait till you see how dumb it looks. This, my friends, is the Depths Cover Scat. This is a really, really cool bait. It's really getting nailed. It's got tons of popularity and it looks absurd. It looks, I told Pat, I said, it looks like a little wad of turd. You know, it's actually called the Cover Scat. I don't really know what that means. And I don't know what it's supposed to imitate. But you take an offset hook. This one's probably a number 2 or 3 offset hook. And it lays really tight to the bottom. And underneath there's a gap that the hook goes up into. It's impregnated with salt. It has a super awesome fall. And it just looks like a little turd in the water. And Pat tells me that these things get crushed. He said he'll go out and sometimes catch 6, 7, 8, 9 fish in an hour, whereas before, you know, it may take us all day to catch that many fish, you know, if it's a good day. But he said these things are really bringing it. Now, this is the 2.5 inch. They make a 2.5, a 3.5, and a 4.5. The 4 is huge. The 3 is perfect. The 2 gets bit by everything anywhere. So I don't think you can go wrong with any of the sizes, but if you're kind of a largemouth bass guy, your 2 and 3s will be good. And then the 4s will be good for bigger fish, but this is awesome. And he says they cast like a bullet and you don't put a weight on them. The way they rig them from Japan is they just put the offset hook and they throw them in the water and they just let it fall naturally and they get bit. And most of the time, Pat says it's on the fall. These things will hit. And he says all of a sudden his stuff will be going to the left 30 feet, 20 feet. He says they don't play around. They hit it and they'll swallow it. They'll choke it. He says he's caught so many fish on this bait. Confidence level is way up on this lure. And he bought me 3 packs. So that one you just saw there is, I think it's just pumpkin green. It doesn't really say. But let's look at all the colors. And in a pack, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the 2.5, you get 8. Probably in the 3.5, you get 6. And in the 4-inch version, you probably get 4. That's my guess, but it might be different. This next one, it looks like pumpkin, but it's got a little lighter green on it. This one's got a little bit more of a chartreuse belly with some blue in there. That's a really nice looking color. And if you notice, there's like a little texture down in this. I mean, the whole thing is kind of phallic. Let's be honest. I mean, this just feels wrong. This is just not cool. What? Look at this. What do the fish think that is? Anybody have a guess? They eat it. I don't know. Ooh, this is nice. It's subtle. I don't know if you guys can see it from your angle, but this has like a confetti colored glitter. It's more multicolored. So I don't see a problem with any of these just getting filleted because these are going to get railed. They're going to think they're bluegill or some type of larva or maybe even cicadas. I'm not sure. Whatever you guys think that fish think that is. And if you notice, there's a little bump. See that bump on top? The hook goes through, comes up and sits right behind that bump. So when the hook is in there, kind of Texas rigged or whatever, stuff doesn't get stuck on that hook tip. And I don't think they hook back into the lure very much, maybe into that bump, but they leave it kind of exposed. And then, yeah, they just throw them out there with no weight, and that's the deal. What do you guys think about these? Have you seen videos on these? So that's it on the lure review. You guys see some of the new stuff that I have. I'm super excited and super happy Pat was looking out for me, getting me these Depths Cover Scats. You got the Freedom Jigs, you got the T-Mac Worm, and you got the Eeliminators from Shop Carl's. and that's on the Game Changer Lures brand. So I would try all of these and see if it helps you with your plastic game this summer. It's getting hotter. The fish are going deeper. The frog bite is on. Wait till I show you one of the fish I caught after this the other day. It was my first frog fish of the year, over 4 pounds. Awesome. It was really cool. Having a problem with my arm. I got like tennis elbow, but I don't play tennis. So whatever. It's really hurts. If I do frog fishing and I set the hook, it hurts like crazy. So hopefully I'll be able to get out there and rock it this weekend. Pat and I are going to go to one of our favorite ponds. We're going to fish these cover scats. We're going to do some frog fishing, of course, because if they're hitting topwater frogs, I mean, I don't think there's another bait you want to fish. But anyway, we're going to be out this weekend. We'll do some nice catches. We'll bring you guys along. Thanks so much for watching my stuff, guys. Sorry it's been a little bit since I've done a video. I'll try to kick the volume back up. But it's just been busy. A couple kids getting out of college, graduating, moving, a kid in lacrosse. I got games to go to. I got a job, you know, that counts. So, yeah, I've been busy, but, I'll be here this summer, you know, off and on. I'm going to be in here. We'll be doing our thing. So come along, watch it all. I'll talk to you guys soon. Like and subscribe. That helps me a lot. You know, pass me around to your friends, and, let's keep rocking. Tight lines. See you guys. Good morning. And we're back at it. Huh? Overcast, slight little breeze, but that's probably like more like heat convection than it is wind. Then again, I don't really know what wind would be anyway. But
it's like chicken. Uh-oh, I heard something.
Yeah, it's about ready to blow up. Don't hit my frog while I'm trying to fix my line. That always happens to me. I bet I'm gonna get a bite right there. Ah, missed him. My drag. Oh my God, I didn't have my drag set, dude. You heard it go?
I didn't hear the drag, I heard your bird's nest.
That was just a bad setup there. That was my fault. That one's going. He's mine this time. That's a good one there.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Damn, he's tugging, man. Don't jump, don't jump. Stay down.
You got your drag set this time.
Yep. He ain't getting away. Woo, that's a 4. Look, just like you said, right in the top of the mouth. Get in here, big boy. Woo! Wow. Look at, this has to be my YouTube icon.
Look at the
for the video.
sore there. That's you.
Yeah. Look at the hook set right in the top of the mouth. And it comes, be still, right out. Holy moly, dude. That's a good 3.5 at least. You wanna weigh him for me? Tell me when you're clipped. Good. Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh, 405, 410. Woo, you see it right there, baby.
Nice.
First frog fish of the year for me. Good way to start. God, he doesn't look that big, but did you want to see him? Oh.